But yeah, this platform looks super awesome, especially if you have idle capital sitting on the sidelines and you're bullish on digital assets like XRP. You heard the gentleman mention that you can earn your rewards in XRP. So if you're bullish on XRP and you don't have money to dollar cost average in, but you have some idle capital sitting there, you can go and you can put it to work and you can get paid out in XRP. So every single day, you're dollar cost averaging in XRP without having to do absolutely anything.
Exciting. We see the demand. We're getting emails when the next one is opening. Sneak peek just now it's opening the vaults. So super excited to what comes over. And yeah, over to you, Jacob.
Yeah, tell us what else is on the roadmap.
So the main product on the roadmap is an opportunity for users of XRP token to get lock these tokens in our protocol and earn a passive income based on the allocation. So I guess this will be pretty exciting and completely new product for customers on the native Xrpl.
Alrighty, yeah. Today, guys and gals, I just want to go over some very interesting developments that are taking shape on not only the Xrpl that recently came out today. We'll go over those fundamentals, take a look at some DeFi protocols that have fully materialized and come into fruition being built out on the Xrpl. So this first post I want to share was from our...
Oh, totally bullish. No. I mean, look at... It is going to take over financial. Oh, totally bullish. No. I mean, look at. It is going to take over financial. Blockchain is going to be the infrastructure of financial services. There's no question in my mind on that.
Okay, what a way to end, huh?
Oh,
considering the current landscape, I feel like that is a very a well-needed boost of morale, you know.
Yeah. To just know that blockchain is here to stay. It's still developing. It's a bloody market right now, but yeah, it's not like blockchain is going to disappear. These guys have their eyes on it. They've been testing it. They like some of these projects. They're using some of these projects. So yeah.
Canton and Stellar both being projects, layer ones that Franklin Templeton has partnered with, you know?
Yeah, that's real.
So just keep that in mind, guys and gals. These are the types of video breakdowns, the little tiny clips that the mainstream won't show you. They'll just promote fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Rolling over here, this is going to be the highlight of today's call. I really wanted to share this breaking announcement with you guys. This is from Soil Farm, and they have officially launched its real-world asset-backed yield protocol on the Xrpl. Round of freaking applause. Finally, we're starting to see some good regulated DeFi developments take shape on the Xrpl, guys and gals, that retail users can use, right? This is huge. It says bringing compliant yield generating utility directly to Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. This isn't theory anymore. This is real infrastructure, real capital, and real demand, with the first $1 million in vaults filled in under 72 hours. So there's clear demand for this. This confirms three things. The Xrpl's native lending functionality is now live and being used actively. RLUSD is gaining immediate utility beyond simple transfers, which is great. And then soon capital will actively, of course, start flowing into yield opportunities onto the Xrpl. And then down here, Tony, shout out to Tony. I'm pretty sure he's in our community. He said 5 to 7% fixed APR for treasuries plus private credit on the Xrpl native lending. No bridges, no nonsense, just compliant real yield for RLUSD holders. This plus Xrpl already surpassing Solana and real-world asset TVL is a massive signal. Well done, Soil Farms. I personally diversify into RLUSD just as, you know, in some of my stablecoin positions. So this is phenomenal. I'll definitely be checking out this platform relatively soon, right? I'm going to go over it in today's call with you guys, just taking a look. I already read the announcement. I just posted that on my Twitter profile. I want to actually play this little tiny clip of, I forget this lady's name, Odelia Tortman, head of or director of corporate adoption at the Xrpl Commons. And she's sitting on this little tiny, I don't know what this is, venue, talking to the gentleman that built Soil Farms. I haven't listened to this yet, so let's just take a second and listen. It's like a 3-minute long video clip, and just let's see if anything interesting to digest here.
All right, good evening, everyone. We're here in London at the Xrpl meetup, and we're extremely excited to be here with the amazing Soil team that have very, very recently launched the first DeFi product on the Xrpl using Soil platform. So Nick, why don't you tell us all about it?
Yeah, hi guys. Nicholas Motz here. I'm the CIO of Soil, one of the co-founders. So it's been over a week. We launched on Xrpl, our RLUSD yield. We filled up our first vaults to $1 million, which is super exciting. We see the demand. We're getting emails when the next one's is opening. Sneak peek just now it's opening the new vaults. So super
Amazing.
excited to what comes over. And yeah, over to you, Jacob.
Yeah, tell us what else is on the roadmap.
So the main product on the roadmap is an opportunity for users of XRP token to get lock these tokens in our protocol and earn a passive income based on the allocation. So I guess this would be pretty exciting and completely new product for customers on the native Xrpl.
Amazing. And does this also include the RLUSD?
So the product will be mixed. Of course, more details to come, but we are thinking about two options. So first of all, if you lock XRP on our protocol, you will have an opportunity to get a native token as a reward or RLUSD as a reward. So you can have a choice to decide what kind of reward do you prefer.
Fantastic.
If you want to build up your stake of XRP, or you want to get a reward in RLUSD. So
Very
a lot of
exciting.
options for the customers.
Very exciting. And tell us, how are you using the XRP ledger and some of the features, with the upcoming amendments that we have?
Yeah, so amendments is exciting. So thank you. First of all, thank you for your support, Odelia, and for common support. Thank you also for the big support of the community of Xrpl, because they helped us, especially Clippenwriter, who take over the tests of the protocol, and he did a very deep dive into the protocol compliance, etc. So he was a huge support for us, and whole community was very supportive. And about an amendment, we are more than excited, because amendment is opening the gates for institutional money. So we are about in 70% developing the product. So happy to introduce you soon.
Very, very exciting. And what else do we have on the roadmap in terms of new vaults, new products?
So as Nick said, last week we had a very successful launch. We filled out all the pools, and today we reopened the pools for the other customers. So today all the pools will be available again. You can allocate your stable coins or USD and earn the passive income on your stable coins. So
Fantastic. Very exciting time, guys.
Not too shabby. I'd say that this is just huge confirmation on this protocol itself, that they're sitting there with the representative directly from Ripple. Right. Not only that, I think the best takeaway from this is that you have the ability to earn your rewards in both XRP and RLUSD.
Yeah, I think that is definitely cool. Is the project up? Like, we can access the platform now?
Yeah, no, 100%, bro. I'm gonna go over it right now. Absolutely.
Okay, dope.
I'm already thinking about strategies. Like, think about how cool that would be, right? So when the market is down, okay, when the market's discounted, like it is today, to this day, right? I mean, comparative to where certain people probably bought some of their XRP years ago, it's not discounted. But in terms of like market cap and in terms of where the market was back in October compared to where it's at today, the market's discounted. This would be a time where you turn your rewards into XRP, right? While the market's discounted. So that way those rewards, once the market flips back bullish, appreciate in value. And then you're kind of like doubling your bag almost, in a sense.
Yeah, your rewards are dollar cost averaging for you. You know what I mean? So,
and vice versa, when the market's at a premium, when prices are pumping, the market's bullish, everything's raging, you flip your reward sentiment back into RLUSD to mitigate that downside risk on a pullback.
Yeah, facts, bro. I actually want to see this platform. I can't wait till you pull it up. I'm actually kind of intrigued now.
So this is their LinkedIn profile, right? Overview, it says, Soil is a fully regulated DeFi protocol that provides secure returns on stablecoins backed by real-world assets. Soil is a blockchain-based lending protocol that bridges the gap between traditional finance and the crypto world, reshaping corporate debt and fixed income investments. It is a debt marketplace where established companies can obtain financing and crypto investors can lend their stablecoins to earn yield derived from real-world assets that exist off-chain. So I'll definitely be going and trying and attempting to deploy on this platform relatively soon with some test amounts for a couple of months. But coming over here, one thing I will say before we dive in is that you do have to KYC on this platform. So I went ahead and I tried to verify my identity before this call. I wasn't able to do it in a quick, timely manner. I mean, I'm sure it's probably a speedy process, but I didn't want to do it while I was on the call. But I just wanted to show you guys that you do have to KYC because they are regulated protocol, which is probably going to become the new normal for protocols across the board, right?
I would say this is probably the first of its kind then on the XRPL. It makes sense why they're stamping it and calling it the first DeFi protocol, because you have to go through KYC. I feel like everything else that's on the XRPL right now, as far as like magnetic, whatever else I can't think off the top of my head right now, you don't have to KYC to get onto those protocols. So this is a major step in the right direction of what we are aligned on. So I'm actually excited about this project, bro. Real talk.
110%. So just taking a look at the protocol itself, here it is. You guys have launch app. By the way, I connected with the Bifrost wallet. I don't know if you guys, they have the wallet connect feature, right? So you can connect with different wallet connects, compatible wallets. What I do like here is that it does look like it runs on multiple different chains, which I think is cool. So if you actually come over to the protocol itself, I know it sits on top of the XRPL, but where is it at? All right, so you come up here and you're up on the top. So this is what when you click launch app, this is what the user interface looks like without KYCing. Of course, to get actually into your dashboard, you do have to KYC, but you can still click on the earn tab, the liquid stake, and the fixed yield pools tab, which is what that gentleman was just talking about, how the fixed yield pools filled up with over $1 million in 72 hours. And now they're going to launch more fixed yield pools, which is cool. But it says here, select network, and you can see the networks that it offers: Polygon all the way through Plume, Avalanche, OP Mainnet, BNB, Base, Arbitrum, Ethereum, which I just think is cool, right? Backed by real world assets, secure and transparent, USDC based yield, continuous AI driven portfolio rebalancing. What? I want to go back to their homepage. What I really like about this, and this is something that us in the CYPRX community really pay attention to. Not only are they regulated, they're KYC, right? But you know who the freaking people are behind the protocol. So if you come directly down here, boom, transparency. They introduce themselves. They're not hiding, right?
Hi, I'm Mike, CMO. Welcome to Soil, where decentralized finance gets a powerful upgrade. We are here to show you what's new, what's next, and why Soil is set to transform how you interact with DeFi. Hi, I'm Nick, the CIO. From blockchain expansion to liquid stake, Soil introduces new features that offer greater value, more flexibility, and longer-term growth for our users.
Let's dive into the key innovation that we have built into the new version of the protocol. The new version of the protocol is all about the growth. We have expanded to the new blockchain. After launching on the Polygon, Soil soon will be also available on the Ethereum and other EVM-compatible chains.
And we're not stopping there. We're exploring grant programs to deploy Soil on emerging blockchains with huge development potential. This is just
$5 says they deploy on Canton.
the beginning. To meet the needs of investors who value flexibility and instant access to their funds, we are introducing evergreen short-term pools. No more locking up your capital for long-term periods.
That means that investors can now generate attractive yields on the stablecoins without sacrificing liquidity. It's a DeFi on your terms.
With the new version of the protocol, we've enhanced your tokenomics. From now on, all pool rewards will be paid exclusively in stablecoins. By eliminating rewards paid in Soil tokens, we are cutting inflation and making Soil even more scarce.
But holding Soil tokens still gives you more, higher yields, and stake in the long-term growth of the protocol.
To show our commitment, we've relogged 100% of company-controlled tokens for an additional 2 years. That's over 50% of the total token supply. This, along with the ongoing token burn activities, we've reduced supply over 6% in the past 10 months. It makes Soil tokens even more scarce.
And we are just getting started. Soil's roadmap includes DCX, our decentralized credit exchange for trading liquidity position and bonds.
Plus, we're introducing MMI, an open API that offers external partners to integrate Soil's products. This will drive growth, expand our product offering.
Hey, yo, am I getting bullish on Soil right now?
I definitely am, bro. That's open
What?
source, bro. What? That's
We-
sick.
We definitely might need to look into this Soil token here for a second. And they mentioned staking rewards, right, on Soil. I like that they also said that there aren't high extended lockup periods, so you don't have to like contribute to some overextended lockup.
Yeah. And they got liquid staking too, so we can double dip, it seems like.
Oh, bro, there's definitely, we're going to be running strat on this protocol in the Wealth 28 Club for sure.
Yeah, without a
For
doubt.
All right, so that was their little infographic on their website. I'm not going to read through this entire thing. Definitely something that I feel like people should check out. Obviously, of course, not financial advice. Use your own discernment and your own risk assessed adjustment, but trusted by Ripple, right there at the forefront. DIFC, Securitized, some big names here. We can see Chainlink, Market Across, Seedify, WH Partners, Hackin. Team members, like I said, all LinkedIn profiles. Here's the team members, how it works. Then if you come up here to their FAQ up at the top at the about page, contact FAQ, you guys can read a little bit about the protocol. Definitely go do your due diligence, check it out. We're going to be bringing this to our community's attention in the Wealth 28 Club. I thought that I'd bring it to your guys' attention on our Friday podcast for the first time. But yeah, this platform looks super awesome, especially if you have idle capital sitting on the sidelines and you're bullish on digital assets like XRP. You heard the gentleman mention that you can earn your rewards in XRP. So if you're bullish on XRP and you don't have money to dollar cost average in, but you have some idle capital sitting there, you can go and you can put it to work and you can get paid out in XRP. So every single day, you're dollar cost averaging in XRP without having to do absolutely anything.